Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my reading. And this is Sunaina with you doing a divine masculine reading after a very long time, guys. I know. I'm sorry about the situation, but it was just that I couldn't really make things happen. But at this point in time, I'm trying to come back and do the readings that I normally do for you. Okay. Now, with regards to the divine masculine of all zodiac signs and the collective twin flame connection, I'm looking at this point in time, guys. I've got three basic cards in here from three different decks in order to give us a picture and a clarity of his alignment with this twin flame connection, what he's thinking, what he's acting out in the real world, what he is spiritually thinking about doing, basically what his motivations are during this lockdown period. Okay, so starting off with this first card in here, people, I've got this beautiful card. It says, it's telling him be bold and make the first move. It's the cardinal moon. Okay, and the cardinal moon is more like the cardinal sign of the Capricorn. A person who can take that leadership quality, a person who can take that lead, a person who can take that leap of faith and make things happen. Okay, so what my spirits are letting him know is he needs to become bold, have the guts, have the courage, have that audacity, have that instinct, to make the first move, to be bold and make the first move with you, divine feminine, in this twin flame connection, with the next card saying fresh start from the Mystic Moon deck. Okay, which is talking about him starting something fresh, putting the garbage out of his zone, clearing the garbage, clearing that emotional baggage, whatever that had been holding this twin flame connection, to start something very fresh, very new in the life, in his life, in your life, divine feminine, and in this twin flame connection. Okay, but to make that fresh start, people, he will have to take and make the first move, and for which he needs courage, he needs guts, he needs valor, he needs a lot of strength, because there could be things in hiding, there could be secrets in hiding that he needs to reveal now. He needs to openly communicate, he needs to openly talk about situations to make the fresh start, letting the old garbage and baggage move out of his zone, and from this twin flame connection to make things pure, crystal clear, and happy between the two of you. Now, with this beautiful deck in here, it is telling me that he is kind of in sadness and isolation at this point in time. It's a secret tarot for the heart, or sacred tarot for the heart deck. Okay, he is in a place where he is probably going. It could be a self-isolation, which we are all doing at this point, which he's probably doing. But along with that self-isolation, people, there is a lot of sadness in him, a lot of grief, which he's trying to leave behind. He's trying to push himself out of that situation in order to believe in this faith and this journey of this twin flame connection. But there is a lot of sadness that I can see. A lot of sadness, people, which needs to be released for the fresh start. Okay? Because until somebody opens up and talks about whatever happened before, what they need to do now, what you need to do now, divine feminine, what you both guys need to do together in order to make things happen, is a very important part in the story in here. Okay, now the bottom of the deck for this the moonology card is bring love into the situation. Full moon in Aquarius. So this is what they're telling him. That you need to be bold, make the first move, and bring love into the situation. Okay, until that happens, and you can clear yourself, you can show that how much you love the divine feminine, or how much that love that you have for this person in this twin flame connection. Until that is revealed, the fresh start won't happen. And the fresh start will happen only when you can reveal, talk about it, communicate openly, let the old go, let the new come in. Okay, now at the bottom of this deck is pause, is pause. So he has paused, he's paused, he's thinking about the situation. He's not talking about it, he's not moving with it, he's not communicating with you guys maybe to a large extent openly, and even if he is, he's probably not really opening up to communicate about his action, about his thought, about his situation in his life. Okay, so there is a pause with a fresh start. He's thinking about it, he's kind of building up that within him, he's thinking about the move, about the situation that needs to come out openly, be open and honest about this decision that he needs to now make, because going forward it's coming to a point of taking and making the decision towards this twin flame connection, people. Now the bottom of the deck for the sadness and isolation is observe. So he has paused to observe his situation. He's pausing to observe not only his situation, but he's pausing to observe everything else around him. Okay, because thing is, guys, you have to understand, at the bottom of the deck is this beautiful card of the beginning, or the Ace of Cups. Okay, so basically he's looking to look into himself, to bring that self-love within himself, because he might have realized, or he's realizing, that unless he lets that love flow into himself, he will not be able to flow that same love back into the twin flame connection. Okay, so, or if he has to offer you this cup, or offer this cup to himself too, whichever way it goes, both ways, he will have to bring that love into himself and into the twin flame connection, and for which he will have to move. He will have to take that first step forward. He needs to be bold in order to take that first step towards the fresh start, and which at this moment he has paused himself, going through this period of sadness and isolation in the lockdown phase maybe. Okay, but which is also giving him an opportunity to look at things from different perspective, from different viewpoints, in order to see what is happening at this point in time. This is the current energy, guys. Okay, let's look at the tarot now to get more current energies on the divine masculine at this point. Current energies for the divine masculine, my spirit. But something that he is observing, he is thinking, he is doing a self-reflection. While he's going through the period of sadness and isolation in his zone, but he's coming to a point of understanding that if he needs to move, he will have to work in the right possible direction, people. 2 more cards, please. So something about this time of the year, divine feminine, is what is giving him that time to make things happen for himself and for this twin flame connection. The bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. Okay, so he is observing his situation. He's picking up on the stuff he wants to move. He's looking for solutions. He's looking for solutions in this twin flame connection, people, because somewhere there is a lot of things that he is kind of trying to get within himself at this point in time, people. Okay. The first card out is a 10 of Wands, which is an energy of moving forward, definitely, towards an end goal, towards an end destination. Okay, and he is thinking about this, because he wants to move forward, guys. But at the same time, people, he could be feeling a little bit stressed about the situation as well of taking and making this first move. Okay, being bold, being bold enough to go forward, to tell you the truth, to speak the truth, to call a spade, to let you know everything that he is hiding from you till date, or he is still kind of going through that motion. But the Ten of Wands is typically an end goal, reaching an end goal. But, to reach that end goal, the person has to go through that period of feeling stressed, feeling burnt out, feeling kind of that the world is, that he's carrying too much of load. Okay? He's carrying too many responsibilities within him. He's shouldering too many responsibilities, too many obligations for those around him. That itself, plus the fact of making that first move with you, Divine Feminine, is perhaps putting him through this period of stress and tension, which is what he is trying to understand and cut through as the Page of Swords, which he can talk about, really. Talking about this, communicating this story with you, letting you know that it's time for him to end that cycle with the Ten of Swords. So, and then you have Judgment, okay? So he's basically putting himself out with Judgment and Justice. Wow. And the High Priestess, I cannot stop, people. So there is a secret that he's kind of working upon at this point in time, but he's also feeling stressed to let you know about this, what he wants to move forward to. It's a secret he's trying to keep within himself, but he definitely is judging himself. He's judging his condition in his life, but he's feeling a little bit stressed with all the responsibilities, which he now wants to end. Talk to you about this, okay? Surrender those responsibilities with the Ten of Swords that has been, behind his back, where people have kind of given him a hard time, or he had been taking on that hard stuff for himself too. Okay, so he definitely wants to communicate about that with the Judgment card that he is now looking into for himself, trying to judge his abilities, trying to judge his decisions, what he needs to do in order to have back the justice and karma, which right now he's keeping it a secret from you, Divine Feminine, with regards to the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Look at this. Wow. I have nothing to say. Really, I have nothing to say. So, basically, in short, people, a long story short, he's working on this. He's working on the first move. But at this moment, he is getting ready. He's getting ready to move. Like I said, once he moves, he won't be able to stop. So he wants to communicate with you. So he's getting kind of prepared with the Page of Swords. It's a first step towards this preparation. He is observing himself. He's observing his words, communication. He's observing you, how you are feeling, Divine Feminine, how he is feeling. And, kind of getting the stage ready for the next move. Okay? The next you have is the Three of Cups, which is all about the joy, the celebration, what he's getting ready for. The reconciliation with you, Divine Feminine, to bring back that warmth, the love, that beautiful energy of togetherness with people around you, with friends around you, having party, fun times, celebrations, celebratory energies, where you're going to invite people. People can come into your home. You two guys can have a beautiful time with your community, with your friends, with people you can share, or you share the same feelings and vibrations with. Okay, So he's kind of getting ready with the Ten of Wands to surrender all the souls. And right now he is in that stage of observation. That is why he has paused himself, because the next card is the Four of Pentacles, which is an earth energy, people, which is very much linking him to the 3D, where he's thinking about this situation, which involves his health, wealth, and his emotions too. Okay, so money is something that he is thinking about. He's being guarded, he's being closed, and that's why he has paused himself. He's holding all that he has in his possession already, refusing to give out or give away those things that he already has with him. He's kind of being secretive about this situation for himself. In the 3D, he's not talking about it. He's probably not communicating about this to you, of course, but not to anybody else as well in his home or in his community. So he's kind of being very guarded, very closed with regards to this pause situation, people. That's why he has paused. He's not talking about it to you or to anybody else at this point. Because what he's going forward to, people, in the current times is what is happening is he's moving forward to this brand new beginning of the Ace of Pentacles, which is a very tangible beginning in the 3D. And that is what he's kind of formulating. It's an alchemy or a process of alchemy. You can say that. Trying to create magic out of whatever he has in order to make a brand new beginning in life, in your life, in this twin flame connection. Putting everything together, his love, his story, a home, a family situation. Very tangible, guys. Something very tangible that you can feel, you can see, you can hold, you can smell. Perhaps he's thinking about sharing a home with you, or both you guys are going to share something together, which is where he is closely guarding his own assets. To a large extent, he is being possessive about what he has. And he's refusing to share that knowledge with anybody else. He's not letting the cat out of the bag is what I'm getting, people. Okay, but at the same time, he's observing everything. He's picking up on his intuition to talk, to openly communicate what he needs to say. He's observing your reactions to his pause, to this delay, with regards to him coming forward to let you know that it's time he's ending and closing the last chapter with in this journey of all the pain, of all the grief, of all the sorrow, of all the hardships that you guys have both gone in together. Okay, so this is where he is kind of walking. He's trying to make things move forward. Could be feeling a little bit responsible with all the other priorities he might have. Too many things to burden, too many things to carry, too many responsibilities to shoulder. But the end goal is to reach a point, is to reach a destination where he finds his comfort, his happiness, his love, his emotional fulfillment with you, Divine Feminine, as well as with people with whom he can really gel, mix, have fun, share the same energies of joy and party and celebrations together. Okay, which is where he's coming to the point of being totally guarded about his own situation. He's trying to build back that knowledge. He's trying to get back the strength within himself, holding on to whatever possessions and resources that he has in order to walk towards you, Divine Feminine, towards his twin flame connection for this brand new beginning of the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, I love this, guys. I love this. I'm just going to clarify the Four of Pentacles. Very earth energy connected to the 3D energy, guys. Very, very solid connection with the 3D, okay, where he is getting prepared to start something new, to start something fresh with you. Please clarify the Four of Pentacles in here. Because Temperance, yeah. He's trying to balance his own self there. The Ten of Swords, and you have the Knight of Swords here. Look. So he's slowly graduating from the Page of Swords into coming to the point of the Knight of Swords, ending this forever. Because the Knight is all about action. Page is all about messages, okay? Knight is all about action. So he's getting ready to finish this problem once and for all. To surrender absolution, to start something fresh, get it off his chest, move away from that bad energy. Let the sun rise, feel alive again, feel motivated again, and that is what he's getting prepared as the Knight of Swords. To move relentlessly forward without any emotions whatsoever in order to finish the story in here. To talk about it, to finish the story, to take action on the situation. And here is what he's thinking closely right now, guarding his own self-resources, knowing the truth for himself that what he needs to do, manifesting a plan within himself, while at the same time he's taking precautions to not disclose anything of his possessions, his assets, or whatever that he has been holding or he is still holding within himself, because he wants to finish that old story. So there is a secret he's guarding, and the secret is here, people. You can see that. Okay? That is the secret he's guarding, because he now wants to move into a place of comfort, into a lifestyle that gives him joy, gives him happiness, brings back prosperity, stability, abundance, and love. Okay, so it's a beautiful energy which he's trying to kind of temper, find the middle ground, walk into it, but having enough patience to make this happen. It's not going to happen over time, people. It takes a lot of patience. It is going to take a lot of patience, even on his side, because at this point in time, he's definitely moving through this energy change that is not going to be easy. It's kind of a metamorphosis, if I might say so, people. An end to something, a beginning of something. So it is a change within himself. It is a change in his situation, in his thinking, in his life, in everything that he has been holding and trying to move away from, releasing that burden, putting an end to that story, and moving forward with pride, dignity, and a fresh start. Okay, let's look at the immediate future or the forthcoming energy with regards to the divine masculine. Let's look at the Moonology card as well. I'm going to just ask for one card in here. This immediate future could be within a week, 10 days, 15 days. It's difficult to say, people, but because I don't want to put a time here. But immediate future is what immediate future means, okay? Within the span of the next couple of weeks or week here, okay? Please allow me to see the next immediate future or the forthcoming energy for the divine masculine here, please. So his current energy is indeed very good, people. Current energy makes me feel that he's really solid. He has real solid intentions this time, okay? Real solid intentions to make things happen for you, divine feminine. You know, the back and forth energy that had been holding him for a long time, where he was like 2 steps forward and 3 steps backward, and at one point in time he was very keen on making things happen, and then something moved and something shifted, and then again the story ended, and we begin the story again. Okay, so we have worked through your fears. Look, so the immediate future is bringing the new moon in Scorpio, which is again a metamorphosis of his fear, a change, a transition of that story in here, people. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. Full moon in Libra. So they're letting him know, and the bottom of the deck in here, people, is a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. There you go. There you go. All right. So whatever the personal issue that you have been holding, he has been holding, they're letting him know, work through your fears now. Okay, and that's the immediate future. They're letting him free. They're telling him to go forward, take that step. Don't feel scared. Don't feel afraid of going through that. Okay, because a win-win outcome is in the forecast, where he is going to win, you're going to win. Divine Feminine. This twin flame connection will win, where a personal issue will reach a resolution with the full moon in Cancer. Wow. Okay, let's call for the mystic moon in here, people. So basically, the reason, okay, this is what I'm getting, okay? The reason he has not been moving, or he's scared to have moved, is because he doesn't know the outcome, And when he's thinking about the outcome, he's getting scared. Because one thing is, for true, or it's the truth, people, that he doesn't want to be a failure in front of you. He doesn't want to be rejected by you. He doesn't want to be, because that rejection will be something that he will never be able to overcome ever in his life. If he comes forward with something and you let him know on his face that you don't want it, then there is no turning back, okay? So that is where he had been holding himself too tight, because he's scared of that rejection. And that's what Spirit is letting him know, that he doesn't have to get scared, because there is a win-win situation in the pipeline for him. So whatever he has to tell, whatever he has to do, he needs to do that openly, because he's going to win, you're going to win. It'll be very mutual between the two of you. Please give me one card for the Divine Masculine in this immediate future for us to know what he is doing. There you go, release. So in the immediate future, people, in the next couple of days, or maybe a week, 2 weeks, whatever the time period, guys, it's difficult to say, he's coming to the point of release after the pause in here. Look. So, while he is paused himself before, as we saw in the current energy, he's also releasing, and he will be able to release that fear, because he's going through that situation where he's getting a lot of clarity with regards to his own decision that he now needs to walk and move towards, people. So there is a lot of release, a lot of talk after the pause. A heart-to-heart conversation that will be let out. Okay, that will be let out, like letting the cat out of the bag, as I told you. Releasing the negativity, the toxicity, the fear, the narcissism, holding that pride and ego within himself, too scared to move forward because, feeling vulnerable is what he is also releasing, or will be releasing, with this win-win and outcome in the forecast of the win-win situation, people. It'll immediately kind of vanish that problem for him. Okay, let's look at the tarot, please. Can I get a few cards in here from you, my Divine Spirit? to show us the next immediate future with regards to these guidelines from you. So he's coming forward, guys. He will be coming forward. Okay? He will be coming forward because he will have to talk to you. He will have to let you know the truth. He cannot hold it for way too long in him because he's feeling kind of drained and suffocated with all that energy that has been kind of killing him at this point in time. Chariot, look, that's the immediate future. Okay, where he's going to be pulling his physical energy out of the place where he was sitting in order to release his fears, release the tension, release the negativity, and see the right outcome for himself, pulling himself out of a place of sadness and isolation that we saw into a place of moving his chariot with strength, with guts, with determination, having back the rejuvenation and the power of life. Okay? With the Seven of Pentacles, again an earth energy people, connecting himself with where he wants to now manifest things. Okay? From the Five of Cups, the emotional disappointment that he had, to balance that in the rightful way as the Emperor or the Divine Masculine. Look. Okay, so he's coming to the point, people, of balancing his own self energies in the right way, getting a hold of his practical side, knowing exactly what he now needs to move forward to, or where he wants to move forward to with regards to the life learning lessons. Going forward, people, he has got 3 major arcanas, which is a huge life learning experience and lesson that has come up and shown up in here. Okay, so the first thing he's learning in the immediate future, or he will know, is the Star card, where he needs to heal the past, move towards the future from the present, to rectify all the problems, to solve all the problems, to be navigated towards the twin flame connection. That is where the Chariot comes in, people. That is where he's pulling himself out of a place of misery, isolation, fear, desperation, whatever you want to say to it. Doesn't matter. Okay? Coming to a place where he feels alive, rejuvenated, in connection with his destiny, in connection with his self, being able to come down, mellow down, but at the same time having that strength, having that courage, having the determination to make things work in the physical world. The Chariot is all about the physical card, people, the physical energies you have, coming to the point of rejuvenation, healing, rejuvenation, getting back the recharge, picking yourself up, working away the fears, okay, coming to the place of magic. And magician is a process of alchemy, okay, where he is getting ready to mix his spiritual outcome to his reality, or to the world, to the real world. Okay, so blending everything, spiritually what he's learning or what he has learned with regards to this life lesson, people, is the place that he is coming to the point of using the magical tools or the process of alchemy in order to make things happen, blending the spiritual with the 3D, or blending the 5D with the 3D in order for the world card, in order to close and reopen chapters in his life. So he's getting back the energy, people. He's getting back that strength and energy in the 3D for a new harvest, where he wants to actually invest his time, his money, his resources, his emotions, where he feels happy about himself, his strength, to manifest in reality what he needs to manifest bringing back the joy, the celebration, the life force, the life path. Okay, comes the Page of Wand, which is where that spirit of adventure is stepping into his life, people. He's getting ready to move because he has learned his spiritual lesson, which he's taking forward. That energy is coming back into him slowly. That ability to be excited about the story in here, to make things happen in reality, to go forward, to seek that adventure, to seek the truth, to get his freedom from everything else, including the negativity, the toxicity, the hardships, the pain, the guilt that needs to go to be released, to get that freedom out of all that bad things that had been sitting, to bring back a new life force, a new life path, to wake up and feel energized about moving himself towards a new harvest, towards a new situation, ending an old situation, investing time, money, emotions into something new, to build back himself in the right direction, to close and bring about a metamorphosis in the world that he had known before, in order to move away from that bad stuff, to go forward, to get that energy, to get that sense of adventure, to feel alive again, to feel that he is a human being, okay, to feel alive, to feel proud of what he has achieved so far and what he needs to now achieve going forward is the immediate future, people. So within the next few days, you're going to see a re-energized man, a person who has strong faith and belief in his capabilities, in his abilities, in his strength, in his wisdom, in his power to navigate his destiny towards the place that he now wants to move in. So he's moving, but he's not physically moving at this point, but he is moving spiritually, people. He's moving, he's releasing for a win-win outcome that he wants, feeling re-energized, like I said, pushing back the negativity, making things happen in his own life in the spiritual realm. Okay, let's look at the Page of Wand. Please clarify the Page of Wand for me. Very young at heart kind of an energy, people. He could be 50, 60, 70 years old, but he's feeling very young at heart. Look, the Ace of Wand and the Five of Wand. Yeah. He's stepping away from that internal and external battle, people, for the new beginning as we had with the brand new beginning, the tangible beginning in the 3D with the Ace of Pentacle. Look for him, my God. Seriously? So, he's stepping away from a place where he felt discomfort, where he felt there was a lot of argument. Maybe he was in a place where there are a lot of people talking about things unnecessarily. Nobody is hearing each other. Nobody wants to communicate rightfully. Or it could be something that people were trying to tell him, forcing him to listen to their advices, making him the scapegoat for all their argument, for all their conflict that they are going through. And he felt kind of, that he felt kind of lost, basically. Or it could be an internal and external power struggle within himself to make this happen. It could go anyways, where he's now leaving that position, people, to turn himself into the Page of Wand, to go towards the divine inspiration of this beginning, to release the negativity, to bring back that quality of life within himself, not fighting over any situations unnecessarily, but going forward with this brand new beginning, people, is the immediate future for the divine masculine in here. feeling re-energized. Look, feeling re-energized here. Feeling back that energy, feeling back that motivation, that drive, that passion. Let's make it happen. Let's do it. Let's go forward. Let's take it from here. You know, that let's do, let's go forward, let's do it. That kind of an energy was something that was lacking when he was feeling kind of dejected, sad, absolutely in a state of isolation and sadness, is where he's moving out from, moving into a place of picking himself back into the reality, making himself available to you, Divine Feminine, as a new person, as a person who wants to be seen, recognized, and you are going to be proud of him as he moves forward towards this beautiful face. Okay, let's look for some guidance from my spirit, my guide, my angels in here with regards to this reading, please. What is the guidance for the Divine Masculine with regards to this metamorphosis of his own self? Yeah. So the guidance for him is the Four of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So what they are telling him is that he needs to rest now. Okay. He needs to rest. He needs to revisit his own self. He needs to meditate upon the problems he has for the clarity he wants now. And in the physical world, they're asking him to start his work in the right direction. With the Eight of Pentacles, it is about starting something right from the scratch. Starting something with dedication, honesty, clearing the bad stuff, moving into a direction to begin something new. So for which, at this point in time and going a little bit forward, they're asking him to take adequate rest, to do some meditation on himself, to work for his own benefit, and where he needs to have undivided attention and focus on the thing that is there with him. He needs to build back, whether it's money, whether it is his energy, his emotions, his health, whatever it is. So he needs to work with himself at this point, and which he's going to be doing. That is advice from my spirit. Okay, while at the same time, he will not be rushing forward. It's a lockdown period. Anyways, he won't be able to rush forward. So he will have to take his time, do his own work, mentally and physically, for himself. To come to the place where we saw going forward is where he is moving back into the state of re-energizing himself, for which at this moment he is kind of traveling through this phase to make himself available back to you in the twin flame connection, where he will come and show you what he can do and what he is capable of doing. Okay, so right now he is doing this, he is working for himself, people, and that's what Spirit is letting you guys know is what he has to do going forward. For things to happen, he definitely needs to invest that time and energy for himself at this point in time. Okay, so enjoy this reading, guys. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Until we meet again, I can't wait to do another reading. But at this point in time, this is what the energies are. Enjoy this reading. Till then, goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz and Namaste.